Welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland Cavaliers MyNBA series here on the PlayStation 5. As today we continue season number 3, our Cavaliers are off to a very hot start. We're currently 12-5, playing outstanding basketball at the moment. I don't want to overreact, but I do think this team looks like a potential competitor. Last episode, we played 2 games, including a Christmas game against the Celtics, winning 98-96 off of a game winner from O'Davious Shepherd. And the second game we played was a 112-98 victory over the Bulls. So obviously, we've certainly surpassed expectations entering the year, led by the dynamic duo of Collin Sexton and O'Davious Shepherd, who have both played like all-stars, and the rest of the supporting cast is playing well, and I think this team has a really good thing going. Even if we do come back to earth, I do think this team definitely looks like a playoff team, and a team that's going to be competing for championships for a while. We had the best defense in the NBA. We also have the second best offense, and we have far and away the best point differential. We're also shooting better from 3 than any team by a landslide. So that is certainly good to see. And through 17 games, I mean, we've been arguably the best team in the NBA, which is wild considering where we were last year. And I really like the current fit of the roster, but if there is one player who I don't think fits all that well, it is Obi Toppin. Toppin's numbers have gone down quite a bit this year. Now, his efficiency has gone up, so I think it's just him getting less touches, and I don't want to say he's had a bad year, but I don't think he really fits. All he's done offensively for the most part is stand in the corner, and defensively he's a liability. So I feel like for that power forward spot, I just want to get someone who's better on defense. There were a few interesting offers here. Aleksej Pokusevski, De'Aaron Fox, although we don't need a point guard. Jeremy Grant's a good fit, but we kind of already tried him here and it didn't work. I think Sekou Doumbia of the Pistons does make sense. Jalen Smith possibly as well. We're not going to trade Obi Toppin right now, but it is something that I'm going to consider over these next few weeks and try to evaluate if holding him on a roster is a good move. So I wanted to make it a point of emphasis to play the Hawks, because I think they're one of the most interesting teams in our league. They won the finals year 1. They were a contender last year, but their roster looks a lot different. They had to pay Trae Young. They had to trade away a few pieces. They've acquired some new guys like Patrick Williams, who's having a really good year. It is also worth noting that Tyrese Haliburton is injured, so he will not be playing. But the Atlanta Hawks have changed a lot these past few years. Obviously, they acquired Kevin Love in the Cam Reddish trade, which I think has worked out well for both teams. Love helped the Hawks win a championship, and Cam Reddish looks to be a great part of this Cavaliers young nucleus. So here's a look at today's lineups. Regular starters for the Cavs. For the Hawks, it'll be Trae Young, Derek White, Patrick Williams, Kevin Love, and at the center position, it'll be Ivica Zubac. So here is Trae Young. Try to open things up hot. Young driving inside with ease. Jonas Valanciunas was not ready. That's a quick layup for Trae Young. Now tied at 2. Young trying to get mean with the screen. He passes it out for the former Cavalier, Kevin Love, from deep. Hawks wearing their MLK jerseys. By the way, I originally planned on uploading this on MLK Day, but unfortunately it's up a day late. Still cool to see them in their Martin Luther King City jerseys as Obi Toppin makes the 3, now tied at 7. Kevin Love from deep again, and it's these 2 power forwards. Kevin Love and Kevin Love's replacement, Obi Toppin, both of whom are off to a hot start today. Hawks up by 1 early as it's the former Florida State Seminole, Patrick Williams, from deep. Hawks looking good early offensively. There's Trae Young with the steal, going to try to take it all the way to the cup himself, getting the layup, and this Atlanta Hawk offense just seems hard to stop at the moment. Cavs with a nice turnover on the fast break. It's Cedric Garrett for 3. Big shot there for Cleveland. 19-13 now. Garrett on the following possession. He's going to pass it out for Collin Sexton, who greens the tray ball. 7 points here early in the first quarter for Sexton as the Cavs cut the lead down to 3. 23-20 is your score. Juan Hernangomez from deep. He gets Cedric Garrett leaning on that play. As here comes following possession, it's Kevin Porter Jr. inside for the slam. As it's now 26-22. Look at Trae Young with the easy drive. I do not know why Freek Nwora is guarding Trae Young. Again, Trae Young easily gets past Freek Nwora. Nwora is a gifted offensive player, but, I mean, the kid just can't defend right now. I don't know why he's on Trae Young. Here's Cam Reddish dribbling out the clock, trying to get a last-second shot. Step back from deep. No good. I think Reddish took a little bit too much time really thinking out a play there, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Hawks up 30-24 in a pretty competitive game thus far. On to the second quarter, 34-26 now as Cam Reddish with his first three ball of the night. 7-point lead now for Atlanta. Colin Sexton passes it out for the Nigerian rookie, Mamadou Enechionia, who gets the three. Both teams are shooting the tray ball extremely well in this game. That's why you've seen a lot of them so far. Here comes Derek White inside for the layup. White's having a pretty nice year as he was part of the John Collins, Patrick Williams trade in the offseason to help shed some salary cap. 38-32, it's Sexton with the slam. He now has 11. 38-34, Hawks with quick passes. Excellent ball movement on that possession, and it finishes off with a Trae Young layup. 42-38 now. Odavius Shepherd, what a move inside for the slam. The rookie out of O'Day High School in Seattle, Washington, making his presence early tonight, continuing his stellar rookie campaign. 44-40 now. Shepherd connects from deep, and the Cavs cut the lead down to 1. 44-43. Cleveland trying to take the lead, and they do just that. Colin Sexton in for the and one. It's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson called for the foul, and Cleveland's on a nice little run. 44-46. Here's Trae Young for the layup. Trae Young has just been able to drive inside with ease like it's nothing today. Cavs' interior defense has been rough. As Kevin Porter Jr. misses the free throw, Cavs get the rebound. They're passing it around, and Farek Nwora, the rookie out of LSU, drills the three. 54-50 now. Cleveland is up top. What a move by Trae Young, splitting both Shepherd and Garrett to get the layup. 52-56 now. Odavius Shepherd storming in for a one-handed jam. Big second quarter here for Shepherd. Cavs up by 6. Hawks trying to get a last-second bucket as Trae Young making it look easy. Dominant first half here for Trae Young. 54-58 now. And the Cavs get a last-second bucket. Shepherd dribbling out the clock. He's going to hand it off late for Kevin Porter Jr., who misses the three. So that'll do it for the first half. 54-58. We've got ourselves a good game of basketball. A casual 32 points on the day for Trae Young. Told you he's been good. Odavius Shepherd leading the way with 13 and 5 for the Cavs. As the very first play of the second half, nobody was inside to defend Shepherd, who gets the slam. 54-60 now. Shepherd too late to get over to Trae Young. And it seems like Young's hot start might not be an anomaly. He might just be ridiculously hot all day. 59-62. Sexton with the and one. Ivica Zubac is called for the foul. Cavs with a comfortable 6-point lead as Patrick Williams is wide open. As soon as he gets guarded, Trae Young finds himself wide open, and Young continues to dominate. 64-67, another dunk for Odavius Shepherd. Cavs would be at 69 after that. Nice. As Kevin Love passes it out for an open Derek White. The Cavs are trying to make defensive adjustments. They're trying to run a zone now, and it's not really working. 69, nice, to 71 as it's Cam Reddish. Inside with the and one, Pat Williams called for the foul. 74-70, again, Derek White is open in the corner because of poor perimeter defense by the Cavs, thanks to this 2-3 zone. 73-74, it's the big man, Jonas Valanciunas from deep. Valanciunas now with 5 as he passes it out for Obi Toppin from deep. As hot as Trae Young has been today, that doesn't really matter, as Cleveland's offense as a unit has just been ridiculous. Nice 3-ball there for Juan Hernangomez, cutting the Cavalier lead to 5 as Nwora passes it out for Killa Cam Reddish inside for the two-handed slam. Nice dunk by Reddish against his old squad. 84-88. Kevin Porter Jr. beats the buzzer. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Cavs are up 91-84. Can they hold on here in the fourth quarter? Or does Trae Young have some magic left in that hat? 84-91. Young quickly passes it out for the University of Virginia alumni DeAndre Hunter from deep. Hunter now passes it out for Kevin Love, and only 40 seconds into the fourth quarter, and the Hawks make this a one-possession game just like that. 90-93, another Trae ball for Atlanta as they start off the fourth quarter hot. That's Trae Young from deep. 97 apiece now. Cavs back on top. Colin Sexton with his dunk. I expect these last 6 minutes to just be back and forth. Sexton again from deep. He has 28 on the night. Normally that'd be spectacular, but Trae Young has about 50 by now, so Colin Sexton's 28 is pretty irrelevant. Another nice layup there for Young, and we are knotted up at 102 with about 4 minutes to go. Williams loses it. It's Colin Sexton with the steal. On the fast break, taking it coast to coast, he gets the slam. The Cavs are now up 104 to 102. As Young again drives past O'Davious Shepherd for the layup. The Cavs are missing that true lockdown perimeter defender that can stop Trae Young because they don't have that type of player on their roster. 104 apiece. Garrett misses the three. However, Jonas Valanciunas is there for the putback. Now we're tied at 106. A little bit over 2 minutes to go. Garrett passes it out for the rookie O'Davious Shepherd, a clutch three. And the Cavs are now up by 1 with a little bit over a minute to go. Shepherd passes it in the corner for Colin Sexton. He knew that three was in once he shot it. Cavs up by 4 with 50 seconds to go. The Hawks need a few big plays, and there's one. Trae Young connects on the three. 113 to 114. Shepherd inside for the slam. He now has 26 and 9 on the day, as it is a 3-point lead. Can Atlanta tie it or make this game closer? Trae Young with a ridiculous layup over O'Davious Shepherd. Now it's 115 to 116 as Cedric Garrett has the basketball. Garrett trying to make a play, and he scores, but not before stepping out of bounds. So this means Atlanta will get it with 23 seconds left. They have an opportunity to hold the ball for the rest of the game and try to end it. Trae Young inside for Kevin Love. No good. Love gets the rebound over to Zubac as the possession is still alive. Now over to Trae Young, guarded by Obi Toppin. That's an absolute mismatch. Over to White now, under 3 to go. Young heaves up a prayer and he connects. Trae Young just said, screw it. Time's winding down. I have to take a shot. And he drills it. The Cavs are unable to get a shot off as the pass is stolen by Zubac. And the Atlanta Hawks will win it. 118 to 116, led by a 64-point performance by Trae Young. Yeah, he was pretty damn good. Let's take a look at the box score here. The Cavs were led by Sexton and Shepherd, who combined for 59. The only other players in double figures were Garrett and Kevin Porter Jr. The Cavs did shoot the ball well, 50% from beyond the arc, but the story of this game is Trae Young with 64 points. That is a career high. He also gets a career high in field goals made and field goals attempted. 64 points is also the most amount of points somebody has scored in the NBA this season. The Hawks went 16 of 28 from deep, and when you shoot that efficiently from 3, it's hard to lose basketball games. So we're going to simulate up to this Mavericks game. So we're going to sim about 2.5 weeks into the future. And we get some bad news on the injury front. Farek Nwora, our rookie, with a dislocated right patella, and he is out for the remainder of the year. That is a huge deal. Having Nwora out for the rest of the season sucks, so we're going to call Isaiah Thomas up from the G League, and Thomas will take his minutes. Thomas is certainly a better defender than Farek Nwora, so that's interesting, but offensively, it's certainly a downgrade. And it seems like we're starting to come back to earth. We would go 4-4 in that span. Nwora got injured in the Pacers game, so in the 2 games we were out without Nwora, we went 1-1. We now have a record of 16-10, which is tied for 3rd best in the Eastern Conference, so we're coming back down to earth. We still lead the league in point differential, but certainly not by as much as we did before. So let's get to the second game of the day against Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks, who are also off to a good start this year, have a record of 15-11. We just saw one of the top players in the 2018 draft score 64, that being Trae Young. So I wonder what Luka has in store. The other starters for the Mavs are Kira Lewis, Kelly Oubre, Kristaps Porzingis, and the former Cleveland Cavalier Tristan Thompson at the center position. Should be interesting to see what Thompson does. Is Luka with it? Luka averaging 32, 9, and 9 on the year as he passes it for the Unicorn. Kristaps Porzingis, who makes the layup. 5-2 now. Nice pass inside for Oubre, but it's blocked. Valanciunas with the play. Cavs taking it coast to coast as it's O'Davious Shepherd inside for the layup. Solid defense by Oubre, but it's not enough. Here's Kira Lewis Jr. inside, and he's blocked. Good start on the defensive end of the floor for Valanciunas as he passes it out for Cedric Garrett for 3. The Cavs are definitely capitalizing off of these blocks, which is good to see. 7-2, Doncic inside for the slam. All these crafty guards have to do, like Trae Young and Luka, is just drive inside. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of paint presence. I know Valanciunas does have a pair of blocks today. Good three from Colin Sexton. 12-8 now. Odavius Shepherd, what a move! An incredible slam by Shepherd. We got to look at the replay again. A reverse two-handed throwdown, and it's now 16-10 as Kira Lewis Jr., the former Alabama Crimson Tide point guard, makes the three. Lewis having a breakout season for the Mavs, averaging around 18 a game. As here is Colin Sexton from deep. Good ball movement on that possession by the Cavs, who lead this one 19-15. A defensive battle thus far. Nice little fadeaway here from Cedric Garrett for the slam. 21-15 now. Denzel Valentine gets a screen trying to get mean. Valentine with a sweet mid-range shot, the former Michigan State Spartan. 23-17 now. Look who it is inside for the slam. Everybody's favorite, Kevin Porter Jr. 25-17 now. Cavs trying to get a last-second bucket as Big Fafa Yusuf Diafatha-Thobo misses the three, and that'll complete the first quarter. 25-17, Cavs lead it. Excellent start for Cleveland on the defensive end of the floor as we move to the second quarter. Here is Killa Cam Reddish with a nice move on Valentine to get the layup. 30-17 now, a pretty nice lead early on for the Cavs as Lewis in the corner for Denzel Valentine, who makes the three. Big shot for Dallas. They need some momentum. Lewis now trying to drive past Sexton, and he does. Nice layup for Kira Lewis as it's an 8-point lead. Mavericks trying to keep this game competitive. Shepherd passes it for Colin Sexton. Nice little jab step, and he gets the three. 11 points here for Sexton. Good start for him on the offensive end of the floor. Isaiah Thomas with it. Obviously, he was recently called up from the G League. Certainly wants to make the most of his opportunity as he assists on the Obi Toppin three. 36-24. This Cavalier lead continuing to get bigger as Shepherd will make the layup. 38-24 now. Lewis gets the pump fake on Sexton. And Kira Lewis Jr. with the one-handed slam, as it is now 40-28 with around 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Another nice step back from Colin Sexton. He's hot. 14 here in the first half for Sexton. 45-28. Nice little pass from Luka over to Kristaps Porzingis, who makes the three. 45-31. Reddish in the corner for Mamadou Nechonia, who gets the three to go in. 48-31 now. This is starting to look like a blowout in favor of the Cavs, but right as I say that, Luka gets the steal and in transition hits the pull-up three ball. So, I mean, if Luka gets hot, you cannot count out the Mavs, as Dorian Finney-Smith with a nice rebound and putback. 50-36 now. Cavs, of course, still on top, as here's Doncic. Gets Nechonia to bite on the pump fake and gets the layup. 50-40 now with time winding down here in the first half. The Cavs bite on another pump fake as Dorian Finney-Smith makes the layup. 50-42. Can Cleveland get one more shot to go in before the quarter ends as Kevin Porter Jr. attempts the three? It is no good, and that will conclude the second quarter. 50-42, Cavs lead it. Colin Sexton with 14, Luka Doncic with 13. He hasn't quite been as dominant as Trae Young was in the first game of the day. Then again, I don't know if you can be more dominant than Trae Young was. Shepherd, just like the last game, he opens up the second half with a nice dunk. 52-44 now. Doncic with it. He passes it out for Kira Lewis Jr., who gets the falling three to go down. Good defense by Shepherd, but the three goes in anyway. Nice steal there from Colin Sexton. He passes it out for Garrett. Garrett driving past Doncic for the slam. Cedric Garrett just muscled his way past Luka in order to get the dunk. 56-47 now. Garrett guarded by Porzingis. He gets it out for Obi Toppin, who will make the three. 61-53 now with around 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Colin Sexton from deep again, and Colin Sexton has just not missed today from beyond the arc. He's been pretty much automatic. 64-53, an air ball for Kelly Oubre Jr. He has not had a great game today. Thomas passes it out for Colin Sexton again from deep. He is 20 now. Colin Sexton is hot. 67-53, it's Doncic inside for the and one. Shepherd, his fourth foul. He does not look particularly pleased with the call, as it's now an 11-point lead for the Cavs. Valentine passes it out for Luka, who gets a beautiful floater to go in, as it's now 67-60. Mavericks are continuing to claw back and make this game competitive. Nice little move by Reddish. He's no good, but big Fafa Yusuf Diafafafobo for rebound and the putback. Cavs now at 69 points. Nice. As Cleveland gets the steal, it's Killer Cam Reddish who gets the 3-ball to go in. 74-60 now. Valentine, his pass is stolen by Sexton. Over to Reddish. Reddish off the glass with the layup. I was hoping for an off-the-glass dunk, but I guess you'll take what you can get. 76-60 now. It's Kevin Porter Jr. from deep. This lead is really getting ugly for the Mavericks. Now down by 19. 79-60. Doncic, tough 3 over Sexton. I mean, this game's not over. The Mavericks are certainly going to continue to fight. Cleveland here, their final shot of the corners. Sexton to Obi Toppin, who makes the 3, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. A dominant frame here for the Cavs. They lead this one 82-63. All they have to do is hold on here in the fourth quarter, and they'll get a nice road victory against one of the best teams in the West. Porzingis with the early slam, 90-65 now. The Cavs are up by 25 as Kyra Lewis drives in for the layup. Nobody was in the paint to defend him. 92-67 now. A few young players for both teams are starting to trickle in, as it's for rookie Alex Blackwell from deep. Blackwell played last year for Maccabi Tel Aviv out in Israel. 93-70. Beautiful 3-ball there from Odavius Shepherd. 98-74 now. We'll speed this game along. Luka with an incredible step back. He gets the 3. 100-77 now. The Mavericks are making this game closer, I suppose, as Anechionia passes it out for Odavius Shepherd, who is red hot here in the fourth quarter. 107-82. Shepherd now driving inside. That's an and one. One of the weirdest and ones you're going to see. It's a goaltending on Kristaps Porzingis, so that's fun. And that will conclude the game, 114-87. A great victory here for the Cavs. They played well on both sides of the floor. The shooting was good. The defense was phenomenal in this game from head to toe, especially on the perimeter. Dallas really struggled, really trying to find open shooters. So credit to the Cavs. I mean, I guess that's what having Farek Nwora not in the lineup does. Luka Doncic had 30 points. He was good, but I guess he wasn't good enough. 19 for Kyra Lewis. Only 9 for Kristaps Porzingis. Rough day for Kelly Oubre. 4 points on 1 of 8 shooting. The Mavs did shoot 50% from 3. Okay, I guess that's better than I expected. 29 points for Odavius Shepherd, 19 of which came in the fourth quarter. 20 for Sexton. He did not play in the fourth quarter. I guess that's how Shepherd got all those buckets. 16 for Garrett, 15 for Toppin, and Reddish here in the win. We also took 69 shots as a team. Nice. So that will conclude today's episode. 17-10, still playing good basketball. We are going to be without Farek Nwora for the rest of the year, which does suck. We will also be having the first prospect profile of the season next episode. We're going to be looking at some of the guards in next year's class, so I hope you guys are excited for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.